Hello, guys. Good afternoon, everyone. How are we doing? Hope we are doing great, and I hope we are enjoying our day. Yeah. So, what's up, guys? What's pumping and what's going on? Yeah, I decided to do the video of So I was okay. Let me first of all apologize for what happened, the incident that happened yesterday. It's because of the class we were holding and the phone went off. So I want to apologize for that. So I told us to send our answer questions in the group that I will make sure I try to answer the questions we'll be answering in the group. So um yeah okay so I don't really want to make this video too long, so I'll be answering those questions one after the other. So please guys, I still want to say it. I want us those videos I sent, those files and all those, try to study them. The classes we'll be holding. Why are we going to be holding the classes? It is for us to what eventually maybe videos you watch you don't understand, or courses or any of them you're able to jump into, maybe you not understand anything about it. You can tell me or you ask me, then I will come. Then in the course of the video or in a class, I will explain it. So that is the reason why that Zoom meeting is, most of them is needed, so that at least we can answer questions if needed to answer or so. Questions that matter that needs to be answered will be answered just like that. So what am I saying here, guys, is that um okay, so is I don't know if that is clear with us. So I'll be very fast with this because I don't really want to make this video too long. I want to make it very short so that every one of us at least we can benefit from what I want to say. The first thing I want to start with, I know I've done it before, but um, many of us don't understand this concept, and I want to make it clear to us. I want to explain it to us so that we can understand this particular concept of price action properly. So let me explain that. Let me go down to the um, okay. So I want to explain this concept. Let me shift the chart. So it's talking about a candlesticks. I know I've done that before, but I want to throw light on this candlesticks pattern because no matter what you are doing, if you like, be a trader, be what kind of trader you are, or if you trade smart money, you trade whatever strategy you trade, whatever it may be, call it any name. If you don't understand this candlestick, that is price action, because candlesticks, they are price actions. Price action, like, well, that's why I answered in the group this morning. They are price action movements that relate or tell traders or they serve as indicators to traders the direction of the market. Either it's going bullish, bearish, or whatever. So they are price action movements. That is why it's very important that you as a trader, you need to understand all these concepts, which is price action, that is candlesticks pattern. So now what am I saying in essence here is that okay, the candlesticks trading, I've talked about that before, but I will just throw some light in it. I've talked about this candlesticks pattern before, so I will throw some light on the candlesticks pattern. Um, the important thing is, as a trader, you need to understand these candlesticks. What do they connect? Okay, let me just candles. Okay. Okay, so guys, like I said, it's very important that you understand all these candlesticks formation, candlesticks closure, what they symbolizes and what they mean. Because I told you as a price action trader, if you are whatever trader or you know how to trade, you don't understand candlesticks pattern. Your trading is because that is one of the first entry triggers that gives you entry. The first entry trigger you get in price action that tells you what actually is the market going to do next, what is the next, or what are we expecting in the market, either should wait or exist out of the market. Okay, now look at what this um price action is saying here now, which I can clearly see from this end here now. First of all, we have this first, let's assume that all these candles here now, they are all bullish candle. Let's assume all are bullish candle. Now watch this candle. But let me start with this. This is a bullish candle. This is a bullish candle, but you can see this candle. You can see this candle. See the open and close of this candle. You can see that it closes. There was no. This is just a body. Okay, let me start with this. Now, when we talk about the bullish and the bears, what are we talking about? We're talking about. I told you yesterday in the class I will study about the bulls and the bearish move or momentum. What does it mean when you say this is a bullish market, or when you hear a bullish market? What comes to your mind? What do you think? When we say the bullish market, we're actually talking about what price moving up. That is price action, the candle. Okay, let me use this instead of that. You are talking about the candles closing above each of the next candle, closing above it. That is why we say this market is going bullish. Then a bearish momentum. We say this is candle closes below the next candle, so closes below, closes just like that. So these are signs that we tend to look in the market, and we can say okay, this is the market is either going bullish or bearish. And another thing again is we look into market momentums, the move in the market, areas that support these levels or resistance levels that hold price. Told you about supply and demand zones. So most officially, this thing we need to know about candlesticks is that we don't trade them in isolation. I said it in my candlesticks video that you don't trade this in. What I mean is that in isolation, that is not trading candlesticks pattern without any other supportive means or without any confluence. That's what I mean. So now looking at this now, I want to explain all these things to you so that you can understand all that you can understand this candlesticks movement. Now, first of all, we have this candle. Let's say this is a full bearish candle, a full bullish candle, sorry to say. And you can see okay, let me illustrate this now. What happens when a market is buying? What happens now? Well, we'll talk about the bulls. I said it yesterday for those of us that did not join. I want to paint this picture first of all. A bull is an animal. Yeah, what we call bull and bears. So they are animals. We have the bulls. We say the bulls they are animals that I don't know if you have seen a bull before. It has a kind of horn, a long horn that goes up. So what does it do when it wants to attack or wants to attack a prey or wants to attack someone coming an opponent? What does it do? It uses, I don't know if many of us have seen when those people that set animals something like that to fight the bull or any other disease. You see how when it wants to attack or reach off its opponent, what does it do? It tends to use its its horn to push the opponent up, like to flip the opponent up. That is what a bull It always push things up. When it comes, it want to attack you now, to use its horn to lift you up. While for the bears, what does it do? When an opponent is coming, it tends to use his horn to push, because it doesn't have horn like the bull. But what it does is this that is this is whatever the small or horn or whatever knocks the opponent down. It's always knocking. You cannot lift the opponent up. It's always pushing it down. Okay, now then this was now related into this. That is price action, that is for the bulls, pushing price to the upside, and the bears pushing price to the downside. I don't know if you're getting me. So bulls pushing price up, the bears pushing price down. And now there is that is the where the competition sets in, where they are trying to we still these two bulls and bears trying to see or trying to gain control over the market. Who got control over the market? Who is going to push the market up? Who is going to push the market down? All those things. These are the things we look into. These are the things you tend to see in the market. That is why whenever it comes to trading or comes to trading, or you don't just trade, you tend to look at all those things. What you ask yourself is, okay, what is actually happening in the market? Can I get anything going on in the market? If I cannot see anything happen in the market, then I just need to rest. So these things are something you need to put into consideration whenever you are taking a trade or you are trying to trade. So always look at what is happening in the market. So um yeah, so what happens when they push price up? Let's say for example, there is a certain commodity, or let's say there's an asset, a goods, let's say maybe a bag of rice. Yeah, maybe it's it's bought for like let's say 20,000. It is bought 20,000. So what happens to it? Sorry.